Welcome to Vet Ranch. I'm Dr. Matt.
And I'm Dr. Carrie.
And this is going to be a different video today because we have an audience. We're talking to all the vet students at Texas A&M University. All right, here you go. My wife is texting right now.
Sorry, guys.
My sister was like, why are you nervous? You speak to millions of people all the time, but you can look at it two ways. I speak to millions of people, but also I'm just talking to a camera in a room all by myself. So it's totally different. We want to talk about the pros of social media and how much it's helped us. This is something Allie doesn't want me to talk about. Allie made a video. This is my sister Allie, by the way. She made a video filming our family dog, a black lab, playing with a deer.
No.
Just type in Dr. Steer. We'll just play a little piece of it. And it went super viral. It went on the Ellen show. It went on CNN. It went all around Japan and went kind of crazy. It's so weird. And that was. Yeah, play that one. No, you probably shouldn't. I don't know what that is. This one. Yep. Just play a little bit of it. So 5 million views. Just gotta watch this Longhorn ad first. And it went super viral and basically kind of showed me the power of social media. And I thought, oh man, this is really cool. And I tried to replicate that level of virality. But it's cute, right? So this is what started it all, years ago. And I tried for a couple years to mimic this success.
See what I mean?
It's great. And I couldn't, basically. And then I realized that there were other big YouTube channels coming up, and it was because they were kind of focusing. They were doing something they were really passionate about and focusing it into a bunch of videos. And they were making... Ellen loved this. And they were making a bunch of videos that were kind of focused about something they were interested in. And so I was interested in firearms, so I started Demolition Ranch in vet school in 2011. You don't want to wait till Allie's voice comes on there?
No, I'm going to do that.
She really wanted to hear herself. And so we started Demolition Ranch, and basically I didn't tell anyone. I started in vet school, and I didn't want anyone to know because I didn't have any followers, and it was just this weird thing I was doing in vet school. Judd knew about it. This is Dr. Carrie's husband. We were real close in vet school, real weirdly close. But Judd made fun of me. I got invited to a YouTuber conference in Austin. I had like 500 subscribers, so they thought I was important enough to invite to a conference. And Judd wouldn't leave me alone about it. He made so much fun of me. Look at me now. I think he invited me back. Once we hit like 10,000 subscribers, I was like, man, this is really going good. If there's 10,000 people who like what we're doing here, there's probably 100,000. I just need to go find the rest of them. And so we eventually got 100,000, and that's when Vet Ranch kind of came to be, because I was like, well, maybe we should use this social media power to do something a little more worthwhile and not just for fun, because Demolition Ranch, I don't know if any of you people have watched it, except that guy up there. I don't know if anyone's watched it, but it's just entertainment only, and it's stupid entertainment, and it's just fun. I got a call from one of my clients. I was doing emergencies, and she called me and said that there was this dog hit by a car. It was on the side of the road. She found it on the side of the road, and it was dying, and there was a police officer there who was about to shoot it, because that's what they're supposed to do, apparently. The dog was obviously going to die. And she was like, I really don't want him to shoot it. Will you come up here and get the dog and euthanize it? And I was like, okay. I was at the gym, so I was like dressed in gym clothes. And I was like, okay. So I get in my truck and I go and I meet her on the road. And I get to this dog, and the side's all open, the skin's all like hanging off the side of it. The dog is totally unconscious, has cuts and blood everywhere, and is like she looks like she's about to die. And I told the officer, I was like, yeah, I'll take her. I'm a vet. I'll take her to my clinic, which was like a minute away, and I'll euthanize her. And so I put her in the back of my truck, and she was like covered in blood and nasty, and I was like, she's not going to move any. And I drove like the minute to my clinic, and when I got out of my truck, I thought she'd maybe moved a little bit. She still was not conscious, but I was like, she seems like she's in a different position than where I left her. And so I carry her in the clinic, and I set her down, and I go and I get the drugs to euthanize her, and I come back, and she looks at me, she looks right in my eye, and I was like, she's still with it, and I was like, I'll try. And so I put a catheter in her, I start bolusing her fluids and steroids, and get her kind of stabilized, and then I was like, this might be my perfect intro to Vet Ranch. We hadn't named it Vet Ranch yet, but my perfect intro to the vet channel. And so I started filming it, and I filmed it, and eventually the owners found out that their dog had been hit. They called the clinic. They found out that I'd been working with the dog for like 2 hours, and so they thought I'd already euthanized it because that's what the people had told them I had done. And so they found out I hadn't euthanized it, and they came to the clinic and they sat there with me while I sutured it up for the next few hours, and the dog did great. She did really well. She's still alive today. And that was my first video on Vet Ranch that kind of got it all started, and that's where I kind of got direction with the channel. I didn't really know what I wanted to do before that, but after that I was like, I want to just rescue dogs that don't have, or not necessarily dogs, animals that don't have anyone else to pay the bill, don't have anyone else to take care of. And my plan was, we make money off these videos, advertisement money, that's like that ad is all playing for this, but it's like a fraction of a cent per view, not very much money. And so I thought we'd use that money to fund more animals, but I found out pretty quickly that we just could not make enough money to do anything. Like, we were going bankrupt with this channel. And I was like getting ready to shut it down because I was like, I can't afford to do this channel anymore. But we kept getting people asking us to help, asking to donate. And so we went ahead and started a nonprofit. Well, I guess first, before that happened, one of my family friends donated $2,500. And that money it totally changed the outcome for one dog. There was this one dog that was really expensive. His name was Jax, and he's on the channel. And it was just, I wasn't going to be able to afford all the stuff that he needed. But they gave us $2,500, which was enough to cover his bills plus a few more. And that's what kind of convinced me that we need to start the nonprofit and start taking donations. And so we did, and donations started coming in from all over the world because we have this social media presence. Then we eventually had more money than we could handle, more money than time to take care of all these animals. So in comes Dr. Carey. I reached out to her and a few of my other friends who I knew were interested in this kind of work. And I'll let you kind of talk about how you got into it.
So I own a practice with my husband in Greenville, Texas, which is north of Dallas. And initially, when Matt asked us, he sent kind of a message to everybody, and we didn't really know what to think about it. I mean, I'm not a person that really wants to film myself. It's awkward.
Super awkward.
Except that we just have those cases. So every clinic just has cases that come in that have no owners or that are hit by car, the same exact thing he's talking about. And, at the end of the day, my husband, who is my business partner and practices large animal in our practice, he said, you know what, this is a good thing because she's going to do this no matter what. She's going to take these animals in, she's going to fix them, she's going to find them a home. So why not have, some kind of financial backing for this so that I don't bankrupt our business? And Matt was really mean to me, and he said, I would probably start with like an ingrown toenail or something. So then I was like, you know what, I'm going to get a dog that just looks terrible and has Demodex, right? Like, I feel like I can probably get a dog through Demodex. I hope it doesn't die. Chances are it's going to die.
The number one video on our channel has 3.3 million views. Look at its face. That's Dr. Carey's.
That wasn't my first video actually. I had a dog with a puppy with a jaw fracture.
Look how sad it is.
Yeah, but that was my first video, and I was like, this video is okay. Like, it's nothing epic where I'm just saving something from the brink of death. But that video went crazy. It has so many views, and we were all shocked because I was like, this is so whatever. It's Demodex. We do this all the time.
And it got so many more donations. I mean, we don't spend a whole lot of money on a Demodex case, of course. You just treat them with a few meds and time, basically. But people saw this, and it like really hit them in the heartstrings, and then they all wanted to help with everything else we do. And so it really brought a whole lot of donations. And at that point, before Carey was like, can I do this? And I was like, that's going to be pretty expensive. I don't know. And then after this one, I was like, do whatever you want, Carey. Like, donations to cover it. So now Carey's like giving dog cataract surgeries and stuff. And I'm like, go for it,
And that case cost us a lot more to fix than the dog with Demodex.
And in that case, we didn't get enough donations after that to cover the cost of the cataract surgery, but the other videos made up for it.
Right. I mean, social media is really tough.
social media opens you up to all the liability like that. It opens you up to someone scrutinizing everything you're doing and saying, oh, you did this wrong, or you should have done this, or, you know, whatever. But it also, I mean, none of this Vet Ranch stuff, we have 100 and something videos, and none of it would be possible without social media. So I just kind of want to show y'all that it's worth it. And so a lot of vet clinic owners find it hard to find the, not only the time, but the desire to build a social media presence, because it's like, you know, even just taking a picture for a Facebook page is going to take you at least 10 minutes to go get the dog to smile, look at the camera and everything. Yeah, and it's time that you could be doing something that would actually make you money right now. You could be going and seeing Mrs. Jones' dog and fixing that ear infection right now.
Do you guys want to see a video, or do you have more questions, or what do you want to? Video? Let me just say really quick, we are at 2 separate practices, and we have another vet that is at a completely different practice. And we get emails and messages all the time, people that are like, I want to come to the Vet Ranch. And it's like, it's just,
It's on the internet.
It's an internet place where we help animals.
Oh, go ahead.
How in the world do you not have 300 dogs? I was just so attached to all of them.
I have 3 kids, and God, they are enough. We just have 1 dog right now, and we have a small house and a small yard, and so we bring these dogs home with us. I mean, Rim, like, it wasn't really electromagnetic radiation. I brought him to my house for months, and for at least like, I think it was like 5 weeks or 6 weeks or something. So yeah, we bring dogs to the house all the time. Like when I come home without an animal, like I'm like, hey, my 5-year-old walks up, I'm like, hey, and she's like, you should have brought puppies. And so we filter dogs and cats through the house all the time. Carrie, though, go ahead and tell them all what you have. She's a hoarder.
So yeah, we have a lot. I'm constantly being like calmed down by my husband, thank goodness. But we have 4 dogs and llamas and horses and cattle and chickens and guineas and what else?
Horses.
That's it. That's not that much. We typically only try to just work with animals that are scheduled for euthanasia pretty quickly. So we take these animals because they're going to be euthanized, typically at shelters. So I'm getting messages all the time, Matt's getting messages, and we get these animals in and we fix them up.
Normally the rescues will go and they'll see the euthanasia list, and they'll go pick something that they want to save from the euthanasia, and then they're like, okay, well, it's going to need an amputation and it's going to need heartworm treatment, and so they have to now try to raise money, and they're pretty good at raising money, but it still takes time. And so we basically now make them skip that step. We allow them to skip that step, and they go, hey, can you help us with this? And we go, yeah, we have room right now, we can do it. And we go take them and we fix them all up, and we keep them until as long as we need them, and then we give them right back to the rescue, and then they do what their specialty is, which is finding fosters and adopters and all that kind of stuff. So we take a sick animal or a hurt animal, we give them back a healthy animal, and so it's a really nice symbiotic relationship between them and us.
Yeah, that's really important. That relationship makes it possible for us to help a lot more animals, because without these rescues, like, there's no way that we could do that.
Basically, when we started out, we had to kind of pick and choose videos that we thought would be good enough to make enough money to cover the expenses. Like, would be, a heartwarming video like Rim's, where people would be like, I want to help that organization. But now, basically, we can say yes to anything as long as we have room in the kennels and time in our schedules to do it. Oh yeah, because I mean, that's gonna be imprinted in her mind forever. There were 12 puppies there, yeah. So she remembers. I mean, she's old enough now. She's 5.5 now. She remembers everything. My younger 2, I have a 3-year-old and an almost 2-year-old, and they don't remember anything. We went to Dominican Republic. We hooked up with an organization down there who they basically have they call it the Rescue Rover. It's a mobile veterinary surgery suite, and they just don't have veterinarians. And so veterinarians go down there and volunteer. When you guys graduate, I'm sure they'd love to have you if you ever want to do something like that. And we went down there with them, and I took my oldest 2 kids, 3-year-old and 5-year-old, and the 3-year-old doesn't remember it already. I'm like, remember when we went to Dominican Republic? And she's like, I ate peanut butter and jelly. she has no idea, but in the 5-year-old, she remembers everything, so it's really cool. Yep.
Exactly.
So, you guys show a lot of stuff in these videos, like different procedures. How do you decide what's too much and what to show?
We're still learning as we go on that too.
Yeah, we had an issue with like content getting flagged for being graphic.
So the viewers would flag it, like YouTube wouldn't like take it down, like viewers would flag it, they'd be like, whoa, that's graphic, and they'd flag it, and then it would like take it down. If enough people flag it, one person flagged it, it's not gonna take it down, but if enough did, so I told Kara, I was like, we can't show graphic stuff anymore, or we're gonna get this whole thing shut down. And so we quit showing graphic stuff, but we just didn't like it. It wasn't real, and I think that's what made our channel cool, was that it was people could kind of look right into the veterinary life and see what it's like. And then when we didn't have that, I wasn't having as much fun making the videos, and so we just started like,
A lot of people got mad.
yeah, a lot of people got mad when we took all the graphic stuff out.
Oh yeah, and somebody accused me of what was it?
CGI.
CGIing all my surgeries. And they're like, I know that dog still actually has a leg, and it's just CGI'd out, so you're not fooling me.
But so now what we do is we just put this huge card at the start of the video that says, warning, graphic, intraoperative, surgical footage coming up, and
Yeah, and
then
they'll put like the
and then they,
seconds where it's at, so people can just
yeah, and then the
look
people
at
who
it.
don't want to see it aren't grossed out and surprised, and so hopefully they won't flag. It seems to be working so far. Yes?
Y'all plan on expanding and adding more events to your channel as well?
That's in the works. Right now, like, we have this internet thing that's helping out, just our area. It'd be cool if we were kind of helping out other states and that kind of thing. Any more questions? Okay. Thank you all for having us.
Thanks for watching Vet Ranch. We'll see you next time.